Hijrat to Abyssinia. By the middle or end of the fourth year of prophethood, the opposition against Muslim intensified. Initially, the hardships appeared minimal, but they gradually increased day by day. By the middle of the fifth year, the persecution became unbearable, prompting Muslims to seek ways to escape it. In this context, a verse from Surah Az-Zumar was revealed, which indicated the option of hijrah. For those who do good in this world is good, and the earth of Allah is spacious. Indeed, the patient will be given their reward without account. The Prophet ﷺ knew that the king of Abyssinia was just a ruler who would not wrong anyone. Therefore, to protect their faith and lives, he instructed in some of his followers to migrate to Abyssinia. In response to his command, a group of his companions prepared for the journey. To avoid detection by the Quraysh, they departed in the middle of the night and reached the port of Shu'aiba. Two trade ships were stationed there, and before the Quraysh could track them down, they boarded the ship and set sail for Abyssinia. This left Quraysh disappointed. The migrating group consisted of 12 men and 4 women, led by Uthman bin Affan radiyallahu anhu and his wife Ruqayya radiyallahu anha, the daughter of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was also among them. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said that after Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and his wife, this was the first family to migrate for the sake of Allah. Though the Muslims found safety in Abyssinia, the Quraysh were displeased. They sent 2 of their most intelligent and influential men, Amr bin As and Abdullah ibn Abu Rabi'ah, to persuade the king to expel them. They carried valuable gifts to win over their king and his religious advisors. First, those 2 men approached the religious leaders and offered them gifts, urging them to convince the king to expel the Muslims. The priests agreed and promised to advocate of their cause. Then Amr bin al-As and Abdullah ibn Abi Rabi'ah presented their gifts to the king and said, "O king, some of our people have abandoned their religion of forefathers and have not adopted yours or any other known faith. Their tribes have sent us to bring them back. We know them well, so hand them over to us." The religious leaders also supported their plea, suggesting the king should surrender the Muslim to their tribes. However, the king, being a just ruler, decided to investigate matter himself. He summoned the Muslims to his court and questioned them. "Why have you abandoned your people's religion and not accepting mine or any other known faith? What is this new religion you follow?" Ja'far bin Abi Talib radiyallahu anha, the spokesperson for the Muslims, replied, "O king, we were a people of ignorance. We worshipped idols, ate dead animals, committed immoral acts, severed family ties, mistreated our neighbors, and oppressed the weak. Then Allah sent a messenger from among us, whose lineage, truthfulness, honesty, and integrity we well know. He called us to worship Allah alone, to abandon idol worship, to speak the truth, to fulfill trusts, to maintain family ties, to be kind to neighbors, and to refrain from all forbidden acts, including bloodshed. He commanded us to worship Allah alone and reject all false deities. We believed in Him, accepted His message, and followed what He brought from Allah. But our people opposed us, persecuted us, and tried to force us back to idolatry. When they oppressed us beyond endurance, we sought refuge in your land, choosing you over others, hoping we would not be wronged here." The king then asked, "Do you have anything that your prophet brought from Allah?" Ja'far radiyallahu anhu replied, "Yes," and recited verses from Surah Maryam. The king and his courtiers were moved to tears. their beards soaked with their tears. Then the king declared, "This message and what Prophet Jesus alayhi salam brought originate from the same divine source. You may stay in my land, no one will harm you. Even if I were given a mountain of gold, I would not harm you." Turning to Amr bin al-As and Abdullah ibn Abi Rabi'ah, he said, "Take back your gifts, I have no need for them. By Allah, he did not take bribes from me when he resorted my kingdom. So how can I take bribes against his followers?" From then on, the Muslims lived peacefully in Abyssinia under the protection of the just King Najas. This migration took place in the month of Rajab during the 5th year of prophethood.